felt really motivated to start exercising. Maybe you even bought a gym membership. Maybe you even went to the gym. Then all of a sudden you feel like you have to prioritize something else and exercise just gets put on the back burner. My name's Melissa Kerrigan. I'm a psychology student, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to increase exercise adherence.
In Australia, people of all ages are not exercising enough. That is 39% of children aged 2 to 5 years, 74% of children aged 5 to 12 years, 92% of young people aged 13 to 17 years, 52% of adults aged 18 to 64 years, and 75% of older adults over the age of 65. But it is well known regular physical activity is important for optimal health and well-being. The physical benefits of regular physical activity are reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, osteoporosis through strength and resistance training, and the enhancement of the metabolic system, endocrine system, immune system, muscle strength, and bone density. The psychological benefits of regular physical activity include reductions in depression, anxiety, stress and tension, and increased self-esteem, enjoyment, and opportunities to socialise. So why are people not more physically active? Well, there are some major barriers of exercise, including perceived lack of time, lack of energy, and lack of motivation. Some moderate barriers include excessive cost, illness or injury, lack of facilities nearby, feeling uncomfortable, lack of skill, fear of injury. Some minor barriers include lack of safe place, lack of childcare, lack of a partner, insufficient programs, lack of support, and lack of transportation. Problems with exercise adherence. Starting an exercise program is often easier than maintaining one. Approximately 50% of participants drop out of an exercise program within 6 months. The trans-theoretical model helps explain the stages a person goes through to become more physically active. The trans-theoretical model argues that people go back and forward through the following stages of behaviour: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and termination. Pre-contemplation is when a person has no intention to start exercising within the next 6 months. Contemplation is when the person realises they need to change and intends to start an exercise program within the following 6 months. Preparation is when the person decides to make a plan of action. They may start exercising a little bit, but not on the regular. In the action stage, an individual has officially taken action and is exercising frequently in the last 6 months. However, this is the least stable stage and has the highest risk for relapse. In the maintenance stage, the person has been exercising frequently for over 6 months. Relapse is unlikely, however, the person may face boredom and a loss of focus. To prevent relapse, the person focuses on the gains they've made through the previous stages. Finally, the termination stage is when the person has continued to exercise for at least 5 years. Once a person has reached this stage, they're believed to stay there for the rest of their lifetime. Relapse no longer occurs, and they no longer regress into the previous stages. So how do we increase exercise adherence? One way to look at it is through the behaviour modification approaches, which is modifying behaviour. Goal 1, increase the cues for physical activity and decrease the cues for competing behaviours. Include prompts, that's cues that initiate behaviour, such as verbal prompts, you can do it, physical prompts, achieving new goals at the gym, symbolic prompts, keep your workout gear at the front door, And more examples you can use, such as keeping motivating posters, slogans, or notes in clear view, recruiting social support, and exercising at the same place and time every day. Eventually, you'll be able to eliminate these prompts over a period of time. This is a process called fading. Goal 2. Make a contract with a family member, friend, or exercise practitioner. In the contract include realistic goals, set dates for goals to be achieved, and consequences for not meeting specific goals. Sign a statement that you intend on complying with a specific exercise regime. Reinforcement approaches includes incentives and rewards. Monitor your exercise. This includes chart attendance and participation, create charts or graphs of your performance, publicly report exercise attendance and performance, reward attendance and participation, and obtain personalised feedback. Cognitive-Behavioural approaches. Using thoughts to change behaviour. Setting goals. First of all, set your own goals. Make action plans for meeting your goals. Use time-based instead of distant goals. Set intrinsic goals. So you want to focus on what you want to gain from yourself. Whether you are personally interested in the exercise, or it correlates with your values, or it could give you better health. Less association and more dissociation. Avoid association, which is focusing on how your body is feeling during exercise, and aim for dissociation by focusing on the external environment around you. Decision-making approaches. Weighing the benefits and the costs, you want to list the predicted outcomes of exercising. For example, the gains to self, the losses to yourself, gains to your important others, losses to your important others, approval from others, disapproval from others, and your self-approval and self-disapproval. See below for examples on what you can put in each category. Social support approaches. Support from the people who want to help you. But you need to ask people for help. That's spouses, family, and friends. They can verbally remind you to exercise with you, assist with transportation and the lending of exercise equipment or clothing. They can also give praise and feedback on your hard work. Intrinsic approaches. Enhancing personal enjoyment from exercise. During physical activity, I want you to focus on the process of exercising rather than the outcome you are trying to achieve. Engage in physical activity that is purposeful and meaningful to you. In other words, do what interests you.
I also wanted to quickly add how you can prevent relapse. You need to expect and plan for lapses in exercise. You may have injuries, you may go on holidays. You need to work out alternative exercises you can do, or make a plan as to when you're going to start exercising again. You need to identify situations where you may be at risk of relapse. You need to either avoid these situations or make plans on how you are going to deal with them. A temporary relapse is not the end of the world. If you don't exercise for a week, just pick yourself back up and exercise the following week. Replace I shoulds with I wants to put less pressure on yourself when talking about exercise. Develop coping strategies to deal with stressful moments, like time management and relaxation training. Importantly, use positive self-talk and picture yourself happily exercising. Last of all, believe in yourself. You can do this. And the more you believe that, the more likely you are to bounce back from any relapse. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it helps you increase your exercise adherence.